Okay, last question on page 1. Okay, it's simplifying a complex fraction. You guys love these. Okay, the trick behind these is to multiply by the lowest common denominator of all the fractions, but multiply on the top and on the bottom. And the reason that this is legal, even though it's not an equation, is because if you multiply by the same thing on the top and the bottom, you're really multiplying by 1, and everything stays the same when you multiply it by 1. Okay, so this has no denominator. This has a denominator of x minus 3. This has the same denominator, and this denominator isn't there. So this has a denominator of 1. This has a denominator of 1. So my lowest common denominator is the only denominator that exists. So what I want to multiply by is x minus 3 over x minus 3. Okay? And you're going to multiply the whole numerator and the whole denominator by x minus 3 over x minus 3. All right, so I'm going to cover up the bottom, and let's just deal with the top first. Okay? So this is an x minus 3 gets multiplied by this and by this. So I'm going to put square brackets around here so you can see the distribution. 1 times x minus 3, and that equals x minus 3. Do I have to put it in parentheses? I don't think so. There's nothing adding to it, but let me put it in parentheses. There's nothing multiplied by it, but I'm putting it in parentheses just to make it clearer. Okay, now I'm going to multiply x minus 3 times 1 over x minus 3. There's a minus in the bottom, and x minus 3 times 1 over x minus 3. Some people think you have to multiply the top by x minus 3 and the bottom by x minus 3, but that's not true, because you're really multiplying by x minus 3 over 1. So it's 1 times x minus 3, which is x minus 3 on the top, and the bottom x minus 3 times 1, which is x minus 3. It's going to look worse before it looks better. Okay, that's the top, so I'm going to put the fraction bar there, and I'm going to cover these so that they don't confuse us. Then we're going to try and do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, let's look at the bottom. Putting these brackets around it again. I'm multiplying 2 terms by x minus 3. Let's write it as x minus 3 over 1 to reduce confusion, show the distribution, and I get x minus 3 over x minus 3 minus 1 times x minus 3, which is just x minus 3. Okay, our new problem looks probably even worse than the old problem, but it's going to look better very soon. Okay, let's take our equal sign. Let's put our fraction bar, this big long bar, and let's look if we can simplify the top. X minus 3 has nothing to distribute, minus x minus 3 over x minus 3 is just 1. Oh, the top looks better now. And on the bottom, I've got x minus 3 over x minus 3, which is 1. Now I've got to be careful because I'm subtracting this whole thing, so I have to distribute this negative. Minus x minus negative 3, so it's plus 3. So I end up with x minus 4 over negative x plus 4. And if you're really alert, you'll see that the top is x minus 4, and the bottom, if I factored out a negative 1, I'd get x minus 4. And now I could cancel these out, and I end up with 1 over negative 1, which is negative 1. And that's my final answer. Now, some people said the answer was -1. But this is why they thought it was -1. They said, this is the same, cancel it out. This is the same, cancel it out. A bunch of negatives, a bunch of things canceled out. That's, I either got 1 or -1. But you can't cancel out terms. You can only cancel out factors. So you could have been a little sneaky and said the original problem was this, and noticed that the numerator and denominator are the same except for the sign. Then you could have said, if I take out a -1, I get -1 times 1 is -1, and -1 times -1 over x minus 3 is 1 over x minus 3. And now, do you see this whole top cancels out with the whole bottom, and I have 1 over -1, which is -1. And that would be legal, and you'd still get full credit. But this crossing out bits, you get nothing because it's just not legal. All right, end of page 1.